Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 8th of March, 21st of ADAR. Yeah, here we go. Today I want to explain to you what Gebrochts is. You might hear that word tossed around a lot when Pesach comes close, so here it is in one short, quick explanation. There's a split amongst the Jewish people as to whether we should follow this custom or not on Pesach. So let's go first with the people who don't eat Gebrochts. What they mean when they say I don't eat Gebrochts is they're saying I don't eat any matzah on Pesach or matzah products on Pesach that have come into contact with water. So for example, the non-Gebrochts Jews will not crumble up matzah and put it in their soup. They don't want to eat wet matzah. They also won't make matzah balls out of matzah meal or any kinds of things like that. Why are they having that strictness? It's because of this potential fear. It's only a small chance that it could happen, but they want to be extra stringent for this fear. The fear is that there could be a matzah that's baked with the teeny little spot inside of the matzah that didn't get baked so well, so that there's a little bit of unbaked flour somewhere in a bubble in that matzah. And when it comes in contact with, let's say, your hot soup on Pesach, that flour will sit together with the hot water of the soup for a little while, and it'll become chametz. And then if you eat that soup, you'll end up eating chametz. So the people who say, I don't eat gebrochts, are saying, I won't ever let my matzah become wet, because wet matzah and water could create chametz. The people who eat gebrochts, those are the people who say, it's not really much of a fear. The likelihood of that happening nowadays with our very thin matzahs is very small, and you don't have to fear that at all, and therefore many Jews are happy eating soaked matzahs, matzah in their soup, matzah balls, etc. It's important for you to understand that neither side is calling the other side wrong. The people who do soak their matzahs or have matzah in their soup or whatever, they're not being accused of the other side that your treif, your dishes are not kosher. It's just a stringency that some Jews have accepted upon themselves as a family tradition, and a stringency that other Jews have not accepted upon themselves. But they could still be friends. They don't have to consider their friends' dishes treif dishes or anything like that. So I think that explains Gebrochts. But I do want to tell you another funny expression. There are Jews who will tell you, I don't mish on Pesach. I think that's how they say it. And I want to explain to you what they mean by that. They mean basically, on Pesach, I just eat in my own house. Because if I eat over at the such and such family, and then I eat over at the such and such family, then I'm not going to be able to keep all of my strict Pesach laws. So, since some Jews eat Gebrochts and some Jews don't eat Gebrochts, which means water soaked in matzah soaked in water. So since this is an issue, so some people just say my family doesn't eat out anywhere on Pesach because chametz laws are so strict, and we just don't want to mess with chametz laws. But they're not calling your house not kosher. It's just the thing that some families have an extra stringency. Why are families so strict on Pesach time about chametz and not strict the rest of the year? In other words, that same family will eat out at your house after Pesach, but they're just extra strict on Pesach. The reason for that is because chametz does have a rule that's stricter than all other kosher laws, and that is if a tiny speck of a milk drop landed in a chicken soup, usually during the rest of the year we say, oh, it became nullified in the chicken soup, it's fine. But on chametz on Pesach, we have a stricter rule that chametz doesn't become nullified. So if a tiny speck of chametz is in a piece of food, we don't call it nullified, and I shouldn't be eating it. That's why you will find some of these extra strict laws when Pesach arrives. Hope that all makes sense. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.